J-E-T-S! Let's go!
Quick pass to Garrett Wilson. Touchdown! What a throw! Aaron Rodgers to Garrett Wilson.
J-E-T-S!
Let's get it! Wow! Jet Stadium. Aaron Rodgers is home, baby. Jets media, I love you all. Breece Hall is gone! Ready to take flight with the Jets, baby. Let's go! Woo!
What is going on, Jets fans? Welcome back to Jets Media. We are reacting to ESPN's ranking of Breece Hall being the second best running back in the entire NFL heading into the 2024 season. Oh, this makes the haters mad, that's for sure. Now, the cool thing about this list is it's not from these analysts. It's not from these, media sources. This is from everybody you want, right? This is from the people that actually have objective views of football. That is polled coaches, executives, and scouts across the NFL rank the top 10 running backs. You see the list on your screen here. It's Christian McCaffrey at number 1, and then yours truly, Breece freaking Hall, coming in second place behind Christian McCaffrey. Now, this is good news just from the perspective of, this is why Jets fans should be super excited entering this season. It's because of the weaponry that we have around Aaron Rodgers. It is because of the offensive line that Joe Douglas assembled this offseason to not only protect Aaron Rodgers, but to help open up holes for our dog in Breece Hall. Breece Lightning is about to take the league by storm, okay? This is proof that this is what it's all about. There's nothing anybody can say that will try to bring this list down because it is from a polled coaches, executives, and scouts. I already know what's going to come. Dolphins fans are going to be whining. Oh, what do you mean? Oh, look, I didn't even see it, but we already have Glenn in the chat complaining. Devon A-Chain is not even close on this list, which is hilarious, first of all. But at the end of the day, this is why Jets fans should be very excited about this upcoming season and the running attack upcoming. The Jets are going to prioritize running the football, and not only running the football, but getting Breece Hall the ball involved in the pass attack as well. Jets fans' expectations for Breece Hall this season should be on cloud 9. I mean, I'm expecting 15, 16, even 1,700 all-purpose yards from Breece Hall. I'm expecting double-digit touchdowns. If this man stays healthy for all 17 games with the healthy offensive line and Aaron Rodgers, that is going to open everything up. And for the people that look at last year's stats and look at what Breece Hall did last year in terms of running the football, okay, you have to look at the context and realize what the opposing defenses were doing last year. Last season, the New York Jets offensively had zero threat of throwing the football. We had the worst quarterback play in the NFL, and it was no secret. The entire NFL world knew, okay, when we faced the New York Jets last season, all we have to do is load up the box and stop Breece Hall because they are not afraid of Zach Wilson or Tim Boyle or Simeon, whoever was behind center, of throwing the football down the football field. Okay, so what did the opposing defenses do? They loaded up the box and honed in on the run. That's not going to happen this year. If you load up the box against this Jets offense coming up in 2024, guess what? We have Aaron Rodgers ready to let that thing fly, and that's why defenses are not going to do that, which is why it's going to open up the opportunities for Breece Hall even more. He is about to get fed. He is about to see holes he's never seen before. I cannot wait to see what Breece Hall does this season. There's a reason why the Jets traded up for him 2 years ago. There's a reason why scouts and everybody in the entire NFL world is high on Breece Hall, besides delusional Dolphins fans. Let's be honest with ourselves. They're the only ones that don't see the talent in Breece Hall, for being honest, because they just can't admit the fact that the Jets have one of the best running backs in the NFL. And it's a fact, and he's about to prove it this year. I cannot wait to do that. Let's go. Jose Escobar with a $2 super chat. 2 words, Breece Lightning. You already know the vibes. Breece Lightning is in the house. Go get your Breece Lightning merch. Come on now. Go get your Breece Lightning merch on Roundtable Sports. Jose with the $2 super chat. I appreciate you big time, my man. I really do appreciate you. Absolutely appreciate you, Jose. Thank you for the super chat. Jimmy with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Jimmy. I appreciate you big time. Hey, Rich, took a break from football for a little. Missed football season and the roundtable. Looking forward to your training camp videos. Go Jets. Jimmy, I cannot freaking wait for training camp videos to start back up, okay? I am going to miss just one training camp this year in terms of the practices that are open for fans, and that's going to be the first one, July 27th. I'm actually going to be away. I'll be coming home July 29th, right in time for the next training camp. So I will be making videos. I will be covering training camp, and I'm really excited. If you guys have been following the journey here on Jets Media for quite some time, you know that training camp is where I love to level up my content to new heights. I have a lot of interesting plans for training camp this year, so I'm really excited about that. Don't forget, folks, training camp tickets will be live, I'm pretty sure soon. I got to double check when. I got to get mine myself. So I appreciate Jimmy for the $5 super chat. Big time shout out. Let's freaking go. We got a Dolphins fan in the chat. Breece is cool, but he's not Raheem or A-Chain. Who's going to tell Cap for Life that this is the most objective, non-biased list? And those 2 names aren't even on the list. If you can see, the list is right there. You got Christian McCaffrey at 1, Breece Hall number 2, Nick Chubb, Saquon, Jonathan Taylor, Robinson, Jacobs, Jahmyr Gibbs, Derrick Henry, and Travis Etienne. Do you guys see Raheem Mostert on that list or Devon A-Chain on that list? There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. And Dolphins fans have to realize the reason why Raheem Mostert and A-Chain were so productive last year. It's nothing to take away from them, but you guys have to realize it's not a bad thing. It makes it, you guys make this seem like what I'm about to say is a negative for the Dolphins offense. It's not. The Miami Dolphins have, I would say, the best running scheme in the NFL. Mike McDaniels was the running game coordinator in San Francisco. He knows how to coach an offensive line to open up the holes, and Raheem Mostert and A-Chain were able to take full advantage of that. If you put one of these 10 running backs on this list on the Miami Dolphins last year, I mean, what are we even doing? They also have a well-balanced offensive attack where you have Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle opening up the offense to the point where it gives A-Chain and Mostert so much more opportunities than it does for these guys. Okay, that is why. That's what Dolphins fans can't get through their brains. Okay, it's nothing to take away from those 2 players, but there's a reason why scouts, NFL people, listed these 10 running backs over them. There's a reason for it. And I'm just here to give you guys the facts. This is the most objective things. And it just proves my point that Jets fans aren't delusional with our hyping up of Breece Hall. This is backing it up. There's evidence here. You go watch the film and you add the context and everything. This is what it's all about. You look at what Aaron Rodgers is about to bring everything here. Okay? You look at that. You see what Breece Hall is about to do this season. I don't know what else to tell you. And if you're somebody that bases your stance on a football player off of box score and stats, you got to wake up and watch the film. I mean, Glenn, you could keep harping on the fact that he had 996 rushing yards and not 1,000 all you want. If that's what you want to hang your hat on, that you look at the numbers and you type in on Google, Breece Hall stats. See, he had 1,000 yards. He sucks. He's overrated. You got to upgrade your football intelligence, Glenn. Come on, you're better than this. Stop looking at box scores and making that tell you everything you need to know. If you are basing your football knowledge off of box score and off of stats, and that's it, you have to open up your mind to other situations. You got to go watch the film. You got to go watch the games back. You got to add context to the situation. You got to look at the big picture. That's what haters do. They find one thing and they pigeonhole it, and they're like, oh, well, he had 996 yards, not 1,000, 4 yards shy, overrated bum. Upgrade your football intelligence, please. I say that with as much respect as I possibly can, because with someone that put up 4.5 yards per carry last year, 994 rushing yards, and being the second running the second in the entire NFL in all-purpose yards behind Christian McCaffrey, you will understand. Not to mention adding this coming off a torn ACL. The fact that he put up 996 yards rushing coming off a torn ACL is unreal. That's unbelievable. Do you guys realize how hard it is to come back from a torn ACL? And we're just going to be like, yeah, 996 yards rushing was no big deal coming off a torn ACL. The man was on a tear last season, and there's not one person in the chat that can take that away from our guy, Breece Hall. You can try, you can attempt, and you will fail. It's that simple. Because you look at his receiving stats as well last season, okay? His receiving stats are off the charts. 591 receiving yards, 7.8 yards per catch, 4 receiving touchdowns, okay? 95 targets to go along with 76 receptions. I mean, this is ridiculous. Aaron Rodgers is going to feed him the rock. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. And there's literally nothing. And I love how people are trying to backtrack here and be like, yeah, well, look at this reason or that reason or this reason. Keep trying. You're going to fail. You're going to keep failing. Because if there's one opinion I'm going to value the most, it's NFL coaches, NFL executives, and NFL scouts. That's who I'm going to value an opinion over other people that are in the live chat. Just being honest with you folks. This is the reason why I had to go live here. There's a reason for it. Folks, don't forget to hit the like button on your way into the show. I appreciate you guys tuning in to another Jets Media Show. As you know, it is a very dead time to be in the NFL offseason. There's not a lot of stuff going on. We're in the heart of nothingness, right? Training camp kicks off at the end of the month, and I'm super excited to see what comes from that. Also wanted to provide you guys an update. Jets Media Day tickets, they're flying off the shelves, and I cannot thank you guys enough because tickets are being sold. But what does that mean? That means that tickets are flying off. There's 44 tickets left. 44 tickets left to sell to your event in the hangar. Jets Media Day come through week number 4 in a private suite. We will be on the field after the game celebrating, as well as having a fun old-time pregame with Gotham City crew. If you want to have the best game day experience possible for this upcoming season for your New York Jets, definitely consider coming to the 3rd annual Jets Media Day event at MetLife Stadium. The event starts at like 8:30, 9 a.m. We're partying all morning long. Food, drinks, alcohol, everything included with your ticket before the game starts, and then we're in the hangar before the game. We're in the hangar during the game watching the Jets take on the Broncos in our own private experience in the hangar, and then after the game's wrapped up, we all go onto the field and experience MetLife Stadium's turf. Not to mention, I'll also be doing a live show from the tailgate, so you guys will have access to see me go live from the tailgate. You can even come on the show. I'm maybe doing a Q&A, have you guys part of the video. So make sure you guys check out Jets Media Day. The tickets are live. 44 tickets to go. And this is an event that is going to be a lot of fun. So definitely come through, folks. Cannot wait to have more of you guys come through. I'll put that link in the chat right now in case anybody's interested for more details. Let's freaking go. So let's see what people in the chat have to say now. Let's see what people in the chat have to say now, because I'm really, really excited to see what is cooking. We got a Raiders fan in the chat. What's good, bro? We got Raiders fans tuning in. Breece will have over 2K all-purpose yards this year. Let him know, Keith. I mean, you don't have to speak that much of facts. You know what I mean? 2,000 yards is happening. 2,000 yards is happening. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm not too sure if I'm going to the London game because that game in London is sandwiched in between the two events. The first event, Jets Media Day, is week 4, and then week 5 is London, and then week 6, I'm also hosting another event for Roundtable Sports. We're doing Jets Bills Monday Night Football. If you guys want to come through to Monday Night Football, week number 6, we are doing a group buy for Roundtable Sports. So those tickets are still very much available for you guys to purchase. In that event, it's the same package. You get a Gotham City crew tailgate party leading up to the game. And before the game, this one's interesting. We get to go on the field pregame for the national anthem. Okay, Monday Night Football, we get to be on the field during the national anthem if you buy your tickets with us for Monday Night Football, Jets versus the Bills. So if you guys want to come through to that event, that is available as well. If you guys want to get more details on that, I can put the link in the chat right now for those that are interested in the Monday Night Football Roundtable Sports group buy. I'll put that link right now in the chat so you guys can see it. I know that there's a lot of events going on, but hey, it's a lot of fun, guys. Here is the details of that event. It's week number 6. So that's why I'm kind of balancing. Should I go to London? I don't know if I can handle London, honestly. As much as I want to go to London, I don't know if I can handle that on top, sandwich in between my 2 events. So if you guys want to come through to the Roundtable Sports event, we're doing a group buy, Bills versus the Jets, Monday Night Football, upper sideline tickets, and tailgate with Gotham City Crew, food, drinks, live DJ, access to the live show from the tailgate, and a pregame on-field access for the national anthem. I just put the link in the chat, folks, if you guys want to come through to the Roundtable Sports event. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Peter's in the chat. J-E-T-S. Mike's in the chat. Let's effing go, Richie. Let's effing go. You know that. JT will be at the Week 6 event. My man JT. Let's go. Purple Belt is going to Monday Night Football and Jets Media Day. That's what we like to see. So I just put the link here, guys, for the Roundtable event and also the Jets Media Day event. So if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns about these events, definitely do not hesitate to reach out to me and email your boy. Dakota says, with the healthy Rodgers, Garrett Wilson will reach anywhere around 1,500 plus yards. You know it. I will not be going to Monday Night, Rich. I have PTSD from opening night. All right. I don't blame you there, Jimmy. I don't blame you there. Underrated. Rewatch passes to Breece and some huge ones, even from Zach. Imagine how Rodgers passing to Breece. Absolutely. Absolutely, Ragnajet. That's what it's all about. I already threw in on 1,000 rushing and 500 receiving. That sounds like a free way to win money. Woo. Breece and a healthy Mike Williams. That would be ridiculous. Is that Bills game home or away? That's home, Keith. That's going to be at MetLife Stadium. So the Roundtable event, Jets-Bills, is at MetLife. Okay, this one is in MetLife Stadium. We'll be on the field, on MetLife Stadium field for the national anthem. This is a Monday Night Football event at MetLife. Monday Night Football event at MetLife. It will come with pregame field access during national anthem, being able to hold the American flag, upper sideline game ticket seated with the Roundtable Sports crew and the whole group, all-inclusive tailgate party hosted by Gotham City Crew, and access to the AFC East Roundtable live show from the tailgate. So that's what comes with the ticket, Keith. Let's go. Buffalo is easy when we are home for some reason. Always low scoring. Yeah, we have a 2-game winning streak against the Buffalo Bills at home. Braylon Allen will be on this list next year. You love it. Imagine? I mean, I don't know what that means if Breece is going to be healthy. I mean, I don't think Braylon's going to be able to get there, but the offensive line changing everything for Rodgers and Breece. Facts. I mean, look, Breece Hall did that last year with the worst offensive line and quarterback play in the NFL. That's why these scouts add context. For people that don't know what context is, they just look at stats and they're like, yeah, but look, how come he couldn't do this? You got to look at what the heck happened last year. Go look at the personnel who Breece was running the football behind. Go look at what the defenses were doing. And go look at what, I mean, I don't even need people who know, they know. I'm so sick of trying to convince people that don't understand it. It's just that simple. Thoughts of having Corley have some special running back touches like Samuel does in San Fran. I would love that. I would absolutely love having Malachi Corley be utilized like a Deebo Samuel. 110%. 110%. Jamal's in the chat. My man, let's go Jets. Garrett Wilson would light it up offensively. Saw Zach was your favorite QB and he's gone. Zach was not my favorite quarterback. That's for sure. Rodgers has the top 7 best touchdown interception ratio. Touchdown to interception ratio for a season with 4K thrown. Add in top 8 with 2024. Yeah. That's what it's all about. Stop yelling. No. Sorry, Bob. This is a show where it is fueled with passion. Therefore, I will not stop yelling. My apologies, Bob. Breece finally has an offensive line to run behind. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't that beautiful that Breece actually has an offensive line now, Kenny? I can't believe it. All right, folks, I want to get your guys' thoughts. I want to get stat predictions from Breece Hall this year. Drop your stat predictions for Breece Hall in the 2024-25 season upcoming. As you get your predictions in, let's hear a quick word from a proud sponsor of Jets Media, Manta Sleep. As you all know, we've had a proud sponsor of Jets Media for quite some time now, and they happen to be Manta Sleep. Now, if you guys want to use my promo code JETS, you will get a 10% discount code. That link is down below in the description. Now, you might be wondering, what is Manta Sleep? If you guys have any struggles with sleeping, I cannot highly recommend more the Manta Sleep Pro Mask. Now, I've been using this since they became sponsors on the channel months ago, and I literally wear this exact sleep mask every single night before sleep. Again, guys, this is what you got to invest in if you're having any difficulty with sleep. It is the most advanced sleep mask on the market, and I promise you, you will not regret getting your sleep mask. It absolutely takes out the light, 100% blackout, zero eye pressure technology. So when you put it on, you can open your eyes. But really, my favorite part about it is it completely turns out the light. So even if you want to put it on for a midday nap, or even you don't even want to take a rest, you just want to put the sleep mask on, even meditate. It's a really mindful practice, and I cannot recommend them more to you guys. They have a lot of different masks on their website. This happens to be the Pro Mask, which I personally recommend. It's what I use. But don't forget, use that link down below in the description, 10% off discount code. They have a Bluetooth mask if you want to listen to music. They got a silk mask. They got ones for kids. They got a weighted mask. They got a cool mask. Definitely check out their website. Cannot recommend them more. Thank you, Manta Sleep, for being a proud sponsor of Jets Media. Shout out to Manta Sleep. Don't forget to use the code JETS, 10% off, folks. If you haven't got your sleep mask by now, come on. Come on. All right. Let's get into what you guys predict for Breece. First, Dakota has a question. Mike Williams will be ready for week 10. Week 1. It's not a question. It's a statement. You are right, Dakota. That is what we are expecting. Oh, well, Jimmy asked the question, and Dakota answers it. Yes, we are expected Mike Williams. Think of the Breece Hall trajectory last year in terms of his injury. That's what we can expect. Jimmy has Breece Hall 1,600 yards. Now, Jimmy, is this all-purpose yards or is this 1,600 rushing yards? JT says 1,250 rushing, 800 receiving, just around that 2,000 mark. 1,800 yards, 12 touchdowns, and at least half of those touchdowns are going to be breaking the loose 50-plus yards. Yes, sir? I love this one, Nebraska. Glenn, are you scared of the Jets? He's very obviously scared of the Jets. Otherwise, he would not be here saying the things that he says on a daily basis. I just realized Bill Clinton was president the last time the Dolphins won a playoff game. Wow. Damn, Henny, you didn't have to do him like that. 1,000 plus and 1,000 plus receiving. I'm delusional, but I want to see it. We all want to see that, my friend. 1,258 yards rushing, 598 pass catching yards with a total of 17 touchdowns. I'm hoping for higher. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves, folks. These expectations are totally justified. They are. The only thing that's holding this back is injuries to Breece himself or the offensive line. That's it. That's it. 13 to 1,400 rushing yards, 500 plus yards receiving, and 8 rushing touchdowns with 4 receiving touchdowns. Yeah, this is definitely a prediction that I can get behind. This is kind of what I'm expecting. 13 to 1,400 rushing yards, 500 plus receiving. I mean, let me just remind everybody that Breece Hall had 591 receiving yards last year. 591 receiving yards last year. So I think that may be the most out of any running back. But I could be wrong. So expect more. Breece could win MVP. I don't know MVP, but I think he has Offensive Player of the Year potential. Jets actually have a real quarterback and a real offensive line and plenty of real weapons. Are we realizing how much this offense has been changed? Also, we just acquired Rodgers as our quarterback. We did not have him last year. Exactly. That's something people need to realize. We basically acquired Aaron Rodgers this offseason. That's another addition. We won 7 games last year without Aaron Rodgers. Now we have him coming back. 1,500 rushing, 700 receiving. That's a damn prediction. Rich, who are you most excited about this season? Which player? To be honest, Breece and Garrett Wilson are my 2 guys that I'm really excited for because it's 2 guys we drafted. They're entering year 3, and they're both about to take over the league. At least that's my expectation. You know, from an offensive standpoint, I'm really excited. I mean, of course, Aaron Rodgers, we did not see him last year, but I'm excited to see what Aaron can do with the 2 young studs of Garrett and Breece. Because people that think that we are overblowing their potential, they simply don't know what we're talking. They simply don't understand what we've watched and the gems and the amazing talent that they've provided for this Jets offense in a terrible system, in a terrible quarterback play, and everything about that. Now you give Breece and Garrett Wilson an excellent offensive line and an excellent quarterback play. Do you have any idea how much better they're going to get? It's ridiculous. Honestly, I think Breece will be around 1,000 rushing yards because we will be playing with leads and he won't play in the fourth quarter. Then Glenn will say he had 996. I love how Glenn is holding on that he did not hit 1,000 yards when he literally had 996. Oh, boo-hoo. What are we doing here? Tyron Smith. That is a big reason why Jets fans should be excited. Not to mention John Simpson, who was the left guard for Baltimore. That's a big upgrade from Laken Tomlinson, folks. I mean, the offensive line is going to be so much better this year. That's why expectations for Breece should be high. PPR, who are you taking, Breece or Wilson in fantasy? Well, Breece Hall's projected to go like top 3 in fantasy. So, Breece Hall in PPR because he's going to get fed the rock. He is going to get fed the rock. 100%. Let's go. Our amazing defense upgraded even more. We'll be resting much more with our offensive leads. Game changer. Absolutely. Thoughts of running back split on the Jets because they're planning to run a lot. Yeah, that's another thing. I mean, the Jets could start splitting carries for all we know. Think about it. If we had a big lead, running back 2 and 3 will be getting the ball. Yeah. I mean, listen. The Jets can win 14 games, and Breece doesn't have the stats that we're expecting because of the leads that we have and the defense playing. I don't really care. All I care about is wins at the end of the day. The stats is just fun. They're just fun to predict. They're fun to watch. I don't care about stats. I want wins. That's all I care. If Breece Hall gets another 996-yard season rushing and the Jets win the division, I will not care. I will not care. Offensive line, Aaron Rodgers, wide receiver course will open the run more. Exactly. Joe Timmon, the next Nick Mangold. Could he be better, David? You never know. I would rather have Davis and Allen play third quarter. I mean, that means we have a big lead to protect. I mean, the reality is Breece is going to get a lot of volume this year, bro. Richie, you keeping receipts on these big media morons? Hey, I'd rather them talk down on the Jets and us to come out of the woods with no expectations. I want people to expect nothing and the Jets to come out there and prove everybody wrong. That's what I prefer. I don't want people to be high in the Jets this year. Let everybody think that we're going to do the same thing that we always do and fall on our face. Good. Let them think that. Let them think that. Let them think that. We have Breece, second best running back. Sauce, number 1 corner. We are stacked with talent and weapons. Let's go. That's what we like to see. We are loaded up. The best roster ever assembled in Jets history is what we have right now. It's what we have. This is the best Jets roster on paper. That's why Jets fans' expectations should be high. They should be off the charts. Let's go. Let's go. I can't wait, man. I cannot wait to see what is cooked up. Where would you rank Wilson in the top 10 of NFL wide receivers? Man, that draft was legendary. Garrett Wilson is going at the top of fantasy this year. I mean, he's going with the top 5, top 10 wide receivers in fantasy, bro. For a reason. Just saying. All right, folks, don't forget to hit the like button on your way out of the show. How many Pro Bowlers on the team this year? That's a great question. I'll make a quick prediction right now. I don't think Aaron Rodgers will make it because I think the AFC is so loaded up with quarterbacks, and we don't need Aaron Rodgers to be a Pro Bowler to win. Just be honest with ourselves. As much as this is my favorite fake narrative that the haters are pushing on us, Jets fans. Listen to this. Every time I look at the comments on the huddle or, oh, Jets fans are expecting Rodgers to come here and save the day, a 40-year-old. Who is expecting Aaron to come save us? Nobody. We're hoping that Rodgers can be healthy and play good football. We don't need him to be Pro Bowl. Just saying. But the Pro Bowlers I'm expecting, Henny, Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson on offense. Only those 2 on offense, to be honest. There's nobody else on offense I think can make the Pro Bowl besides those 2. Maybe Aaron Rodgers, if he does have that elite season. I mean, defensively speaking, Sauce, Quincy, CJ, Quinnen, Jermaine Johnson. That's 5 right there that can make the Pro Bowl. Reddick can make the Pro Bowl. That's 6. I mean, that's how loaded up the team is. That's how loaded up it is. But I'll finish off with this. We will not have any Pro Bowlers this year because we're going to the Super Bowl. That's why. We don't want Pro Bowlers. We want all pro. All pro. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. All right, folks. We're going to wrap up the show now. I have the huddle in an hour to prepare for. So I'll see you guys on BetUS TV's The Huddle. We will be talking about this. And if you guys have been watching The Huddle every day, you know that the running back rankings means a lot between TD and I because we go into heated debates about A-Chain. I cannot wait to laugh in his face because this is the biggest list you have to see because it is from the NFL coaches, executive, and scouts that make the list, not fans, not the media. Those are the people that you can value the most opinions on. So I'll see you guys then at 3 o'clock in an hour from now. Peace and love as always. Oh, thoughts on Jermaine Johnson? Come on now. Pro Bowl this year again. Love you all. Let's go Jets. I'll see you in an hour. Peace.